The first time before the first time. We were going to have sex. We'd been together for a month, taking it slow, but things were steadily becoming more aggressive physically. Hours spent mapping the terrain of each other's bodies by hand and kiss. We would have done it already, but for that particular monthly quirk of her biology. I'd already waited 20 years, so a little longer wasn't going to kill me. Especially when the sex was quite literally a promise. And she'd been sexually active for a couple of years, so at least one of us would have some idea of what we were doing, but my masculine pride would not go completely unappeased. After a little consideration, it hit me. Birth control. If I was going to be engaging in sexual intercourse, it was my job. No, duty. As an enlightened male of the new 21st century, to actively procure and engage in responsible birth control. So I set out on foot to the nearest Walgreens. Halfway there, the winter clouds opened and released a torrent of rain, but I kept walking, refusing to retreat in the face of the unforgiving elements. I was a man on a mission. Now, as usual, I was unprepared for what I was getting myself into. The selection was more than I bargained for. Column after column of brightly colored little boxes. Trojan Magnum, Durex Extra Pleasure, Lifestyle's Tropical Scents, condoms that advertised raised ridges, bumps, reservoir tips, vibrating rings, increased sensitivity, decreased sensitivity, and terrifying phrases like zesty mint and ecstasy twist. Did these things matter? Was the female reproductive orifice actually endowed with such a discriminatory sense of touch? And apparently one of taste as well? And the lubricants! All of those little bottles lined up like soldiers on the shelves below, ready to be sent into the sexual battlefield. What in the hell were they for? Did some people really need a quarter gallon of personal lube? And more importantly, should I buy some? Other shoppers tossed wary glances at me as they passed by. I was damp, disheveled, and staring ardently at a wall of prophylactics, so I can't blame them. The basket of camouflage items at my feet already contained ballpoint pens, shoe polish, razor blades, rubber dishwashing gloves, and a jar of peanut butter. So who only knows what kind of thieving evening they thought I had planned. Surely it was certainly only a matter of time before the employees showed me the door, or just called the police. Out of desperation, I grabbed a variety pack, trusting to my girlfriend's greater experience to make the final selection when the time came. But something came and locked inside of me when that box was in my hand. In one instant, I went from being the poster boy for anxiety, self-conscious on cosmic levels of being seen with my purchase, and in the next, I completely quit caring. Because that's when the reality of the situation finally crystallized. We were going to have sex. I had condoms and a girlfriend and would soon be enjoying both in tandem. Let the world envy my fortune. I abandoned my basket of unwanted items there in the aisle and strutted up to the register, staying alive, spinning on my mental jukebox. The cashier was a girl about my age who blushed slightly when she saw what I put in front of her. I paid with cash and told her I didn't need a bag. "Is this all for you today?" she asked. "Damn straight," I told her. I held up my hand for a high five. "Come on," I said, "give it up for safe sex." With an embarrassed smile, she did, lightly slapping her palm against mine. "Have a nice evening," she said. I didn't answer. Slipping the box into my coat pocket, I ambled out the door, strutting all the way home. I didn't give a damn if it was still raining. Thanks.